Hey, what's up, guys? So, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be doing 100 laps for 100 subscribers. I know we aren't quite there at 100. I think we're at like 96 at the making of this video. So, we are very close. So, because of that, I'm just going to say we're at 100 subscribers. So, yeah. But first things first, I don't know how long this video is going to take, so I'm not going to record every single lap. So like every 10 laps, I'm going to do like a check-in basically, and during the check-in, I'm just going to say, I don't know what I'm going to say during the check-in, but yeah, I'll say whatever, and then every 10 laps, I'll just do another one. But instead of like, I'm just going to do a bunch of voiceovers during those though. Like it's not going to be me talking in the real time, if that makes sense. It's just going to be a voiceover. Another thing, I don't know what is wrong with my computer, but lately it's just been like randomly, like basically just restarting. So because it just like randomly restarts, then like my like progress in the 100 laps will be restarted. So because of that, I'm just gonna like just begin where I left off. Like if I'm at like 20 laps and my computer restarts, I'm gonna just go ahead and continue at 20 laps. So I don't know if it will say 100 laps at the end. I'll just like add them all up, and so yeah, hope you guys understand that. So yeah, what else was I gonna say? I'll do a before and after too of like what the track looks like before the 100 laps and then what it looks like after. So I think that will be really cool to do too. And yeah, I'll see you guys at lap 10. Okay, so this is lap 10 or 10, 11, whatever you're gonna call it. And you know, even though it's like so early into this 100 laps, it's already very boring, to be honest, because you're just doing a bunch of consecutive over and over again laps. And yeah, I mean, obviously I know how it feels because I already finished it and I was very bored and like it was like hypnotizing me. But yeah, this is lap 10. It's the beginning, so I mean I was moving since it was at the beginning, but towards the end, I mean I got a little sloppy, especially the track got pretty sloppy too. But yeah, this is lap 10 and we're gonna move on to lap 20. Okay, so this is lap 20, and I know for a fact like around 20 to 30 laps I was like already really bored, and the track was already getting like pretty rough, to be honest. I didn't like change the road settings at all. It was just like all the turns were running up and stuff. This section coming up here, I like kind of messed up because I cased one thing, and then when I mess up like the section, I just can't get it, like I can't get the rhythm back going. So this section was all messed up. But yeah, I mean around 20, this is lap 20, so around lap 20, you know, the track was already getting beat up and stuff. But I mean, as you're gonna see later on, the track gets way more beat up. But like I said, I didn't change the road settings, so it wasn't like extremely bad. So I mean, I maybe I should do it like 100 laps with max E-road. I think that would be cool, but that would have to be a different video. So this is lap 30, and the reason why it says 30-ish is because my computer decided to restart around mid lap, maybe towards the end of the lap. But I mean, it was probably a good thing that I restarted because like this lap was not it. It was such a bad lap. As you can see, I cased that case, didn't get this, cased it again, and then just fell. Try to get back into the rhythm and then case that and then crashed again. So kept crashing. I'm pretty sure I crashed like right after this. Right here I think I crashed again. So yeah, this is the moment that my computer just decided to restart, so kind of thankful that it restarted. This is right after my computer decided to restart, And then along with my computer, the track decided to reset, which was pretty annoying because like I had a bunch of ruts and stuff on it. So having the track reset to be a fresh track, I mean, it was a little more easier to ride, but it was just kind of annoying because I already had a bunch of ruts and I wanted to see what 100 laps would look like. I tried to shoot into the inside right there, but I didn't make it, obviously. But obviously later on in the video, the track gets more beat up because my computer didn't shut off again. It was only one time, luckily. So you'll see later on in the video that the track gets way more beat up than it was at lap 30 because I did more than 30 laps. Starting off this lap, I actually thought it would probably be one of my faster laps. I don't know if it would be my fastest, but I thought it would be like my faster lap. But as you will see later on in this next section coming up, I made a mistake and then I got back up, obviously, because I mean it's a game, and I went to go just finish the lap, but I kept crashing and it just ruined the whole lap. I mean, most of the laps after this, all the way up until 100, I did make quite a few mistakes. I think it was just because the track was getting so repetitive and I've just done so many laps already. I just like I'm getting bored of it. So as you will see in this section too, I came up short. I forgot what it was. I don't know what happened. Oh, I jumped out of the side and I just took the inside. This is the only time I actually took the inside the whole like 100 laps. That's the only time I took the inside right there. Funny thing is, this is probably like one of my worst laps ever. I kind of just gave up midway, mainly because like I already made so many mistakes and stuff. I just decided to pin it all the way into the whoops. So I thought I would get this section clean right here, but I actually cased, like I forgot which one I cased. I cased this one right here because I overshot that jump, and so I cased it, crashed, got up, and then I just kept going, and then I was like, you know what? I mean, this lap's already ruined. I'm just gonna absolutely pin it into the whoops. So that's what I did right here. Starting off lap 70, I was hoping that it would be better than lap 60, but as you guys will see in a second, it was probably just as bad as lap 60. I just kept making mistakes. I think it was just because how repetitive this track has gotten and stuff, so I just like kept making mistakes over and over again, like little ones too, like that. But lap 70, the track started getting like way more rutted up too, so it was probably just as rutted up as it was lap 30 before my computer restarted. So at least we caught up to how like eroded the track was before the computer restarted. But later on, I don't know if there would be a huge difference, but there definitely will be a little difference between now and later with the ruts and stuff. Like this right here, there was a full-on rut all the way up from the turn to the face of the jump. So, yep, this was lap 70. So lap 80 was, actually I don't know how lap 80 went, but I mean, all I know is that I was getting very annoyed and it was getting very repetitive doing the same track for 100 laps over and over again by yourself. So obviously I was very bored. I wasn't going to watch YouTube in the background, because if I watched YouTube in the background, you would hear the YouTube video in the background. So yeah, but I could not wait for this to I could not wait for the 100 laps to be finished. But yeah, I think it's been about like an hour and a half so far by this time. So lap 90. I was so happy that we were at lap 90 because, again, very boring doing 100 laps on the same track over and over again. I could not imagine doing 200. I would have to do it on a really small track, but because of how repetitive it is, it's like hypnotizing me of how many laps I've done, and like just seeing the same thing over and over again. It was like hypnotizing me into the game. But luckily we only had 10 more laps, and I think like lap 100 might have been like my fastest lap in the game, or on this track, for it to be so rutted up. As you can see, pretty rutted now. We got the bike is catching into the rut too, so that's really nice. And we have made it to lap 100. This was probably the fastest lap I've ever had on this track, or if not, it's probably one of my fastest. I think the only reason why I wouldn't be that fast is because of the ruts. I mean, the ruts were pretty deep, and they would catch your bike very nicely. I really like the ruts on it and how the track erodes in general. So 100 laps, I really like how it eroded. I just don't like how repetitive it got, mainly because I just sat down for, I think it's been like 2 hours now, and I've been doing this for 2 hours. So sitting out for 2 hours and doing the same track over and over again, gets a little boring and repetitive. So I was very happy once I got to lap 100. So yeah. So this is just a side-by-side view of the first lap and 100th lap. You guys can definitely tell the difference between the tracks and how I ride on the different tracks. And there are a few life lessons I have learned while doing this challenge. First one is to don't sit on your butt for 2 hours doing the same track for 100 laps, because it gets very boring and repetitive, like I've said multiple times. Second one is that I cannot do voiceovers. I actually suck at voiceovers while doing this, so I don't think I'll want to do a voiceover again. And then third one is I don't really know what the third one is, but yeah, don't do another challenge like this. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys could like and subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.